Howdy Neighbors, David here. And today on Boondock Stallions, we're going to be taking a look and theorizing about the upcoming 100th, the centenary special of Doctor Who. Now, before we get started, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe, and I'll keep pumping out more live streams and uploads for you to like, dislike, comment on, or hate on here or on Facebook at your own leisure. Now, we'll start off by reading the article that prompted this theory. The article comes from Radio Times, and it is an interview with the director of the centenary special of Doctor Who, which will feature Jodie Whittaker's regeneration from the 13th into the 14th Doctor. So, it's no secret that Jodie Whittaker's Time Lord is scheduled to depart Doctor Who this autumn, with the 13th Doctor set to regenerate in a BBC centenary special that may also see the return of Sacha Dhawan's Master. And I'll say this, he was actually a really good Master, and I hope that we get more of him. Like, I would even like him to carry on back into the Russell T Davies era. Anyways, and apparently this may be a regeneration like no other, because according to the episode's director, Jamie Magnus Stone, the production team have made a crucial change to the usual style of regeneration that could have some significant effects. I'm very fortunate that I'm directing the last one of them, so I'm actually doing her regeneration, Stone exclusively told Radio Times as part of a longer conversation. Basically, her last day of filming was her last day of filming was most of the crew's last day of filming as well. So it was all orchestrated to have this big final last day. And we shot the last day for Jodie in story order so that we would end on her last scene. But before that, there were so many tears. So what's this twist they're teasing? Well, Stone revealed that unusually, the Doctor's big change would not take place in the TARDIS, noting that the iconic blue box time machine was used for a late scene before the crucial regeneration was filmed elsewhere instead. Everybody clapped her. Everybody clapped her and Mandip into the TARDIS for their last time. And then we shot the last ever scene in the TARDIS and said goodbye to the TARDIS. And then there were some more tears. And then we went out to film, basically, her regeneration. And the last shot that we did, I think, will be the last shot in the episode as well. So it's really nice to do things in sequence. And it was mostly Jodie and Mandip scenes that we were shot on the last day. Let's talk about what he said in the article. He directly said, everybody clapped for Mandip and for the Doctor as they went in and filmed their last ever scenes and said goodbye to the TARDIS. Where is it? And then we shot the last ever scene in the TARDIS. That's it. It says we shot the last ever scene in the TARDIS. Now, judging by the thumbnail that you clicked on, hopefully, you will know that it is from the Doctor Who Flux story. And what's interesting is it didn't even come into play during Flux that the TARDIS was blowing up or had anything truly wrong with it, was never really addressed or dealt with or concluded with at the end of Flux. So we're assuming that that's going to carry on into the next two specials. I think we've got a Sea Devil special and then the final 100th episode, the 100th anniversary episode, where Jodie is going to regenerate. So the last ever scene in the TARDIS. It's odd because you could assume that he's talking about Jodie and Mandip's last ever scene in the TARDIS, but he said filmed their last scene before they went to do the regeneration, and then they all said goodbye to the TARDIS as they filmed the last ever scene in it. So what if they're going to blow up the TARDIS? I mean, it's 100th anniversary. Something big, something major, something Kajunga has got to happen during that special. And while it would be a devastating blow to Doctor Who to get rid of the TARDIS, what if they got rid of the TARDIS? It would be super emotional, super powerful, and just insane for the Doctor to have to deal with. And then we know that Russell T Davies' first job on the show will be the 60th anniversary specials. That's right, plural. There's going to be more than one. I think they said there was going to be 3 specials totally leading up to the final 60th anniversary special before they carry on with the next season of Doctor Who. And those specials could see a TARDIS-less Doctor traveling Earth or whatever planet they're stuck on. And I say Earth because, I mean, it's not like we haven't seen the Doctor trapped on Earth without a TARDIS before. I'm looking at you, John Pertwee. But it would just be something for the Doctor to overcome. And it doesn't have to be a final farewell to a TARDIS. I mean, obviously, it could be the final one for the Doctor's particular TARDIS, but we also know that the character a Shielder slash me and Clara are running around the universe in a random TARDIS. He could get that TARDIS back from me. He could also go and find the Master's TARDIS because the Master has a TARDIS somewhere, and taking his from him would be pretty awesome. I mean, he could even just go back to Gallifrey and steal another one from the museum and take it back to 1963 and have it turn itself into a police box, and bingo, bango, bongo, Fanny's your aunt, Bob's your uncle, and he's got a new TARDIS. It's just a thought I have. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.